The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip has been the most successful foldable thus far. Shoot, I even switched to one for a little bit. I mean, look at this. Closing and opening is such a nice feeling. How can you not be into this? Here is the Z Flip 4, ready to take the torch from the Z Flip 3. The Z Flip didn't age well for me, from bad battery life to a subpar camera. So I guess, is the Z Flip 4 worth it? I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja, and let's see. When talking about the build, just like the Fold, the Flip really isn't that much different. It's a bit tighter overall with smaller bezels, it's more narrow, but just as thick. It is heavier, but we're only talking a few grams, and that extra weight actually comes in handy. In the hand, it looks and feels like a well-built phone. Probably one of the best feeling phones in the hand. Now, it does have water protection, but nothing for dust. So this still may not be the phone you take to a beach or if you're in a dusty environment. But overall, I think the build quality on the Z Flip 4 feels much more solid compared to the 3. I love the 3 build quality, and the 4 is just a little bit better. Now, the Flip 4 keeps the 1.9-inch cover display that we saw for the first time last year. It's an always-on display, and it gives you notifications that lets you put widgets on there, and it animates on the cover display. It's kind of a fun-looking device. You can also use that display to take selfies with the better camera, which is always fun to play with. I would say the cover display is one of the best features of the Flip. Now, Samsung didn't make a ton of enhancements to it from a hardware standpoint, but software-wise, there are a few new things, like adding more widgets and even making your own. Now, sadly, didn't have a lot of time to test it, so I couldn't make any cool widgets, but I will talk about that in my extended videos coming up soon. Now, since it's called a Flip, you eventually, flip it open, and when you do, it's the same screen size as last year's. It's 6.7-inch AMOLED with HD resolution and 120 Hz. Samsung added a protective cover for 80% better resistance on the display, so better protection is always better. And when using it, it doesn't feel any different, so it doesn't get in the way, and it's stronger. That's a win. There was also a spec boost with the Z Flip as well, and it sports some pretty impressive hardware. It's not as powerful as the Fold, and it's not supposed to be. This is more of a casual phone, and the person who's looking at the Flip may not need 12 gigabytes of RAM. With storage, you can go up to 512 gigabytes, and it also starts at 128, which I don't recommend doing. You gotta go at least 256. With 4K cameras and no SD card slot, you gotta have more storage, otherwise you'll be running into that low storage issue a lot. Now, Samsung wants this to be a creator phone from the commercials of people dancing in parking lots, but without a good camera, that pretty much falls on its face. You do have 10 megapixel front-facing camera when the phone is open, but remember, you have those external cameras as your selfie cameras with the cover display. Now, those are 12 megapixels with wide and ultra wide. Now, spec-wise, it's the same camera, and being honest, without testing it fully, I am a little worried that we'll see the same results. But look, only time will tell. Now, battery life was a concern for me last year, and thankfully, they bumped it up to 3700 milliamp from 3300 milliamp. Also, the Flip, for the first time ever, picked up fast charging, so you can go from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes with a non-included 25-watt power adapter. You can also fast wirelessly charge and power share as well, so you do have a more modern battery experience on the Flip 4. Now, the Flip 4 drops August 26th at the starting price of $999. You can get it in Bora Purple, Graphite, Gold Pink, and Blue. Also, bespoke editions, which lets you customize it even further, which I think is pretty cool. I did it in the New York pop-up event. If you're in New York, make sure you check that out. But of course, you can also debrand it, links down below, for a little bit cheaper than a bespoke edition. You can make your phone customize it the way you want it to look, and you can always take it off and put another skin on. So there's that. Anyways, guys, if you have questions, leave it down below. Kevin the Tech Ninja here. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.